I'm Steve Turner, text brother. Higher? Not better, thank you. So, it's been said that life imitates art. And I've learned this from Jack, specifically, who has a penchant for pointing out and observing wisdom in sometimes the most mundane and ridiculous things. In particular, I was reminded of this when the other day I was watching the 1987 cult classic, Over the Top, featuring Sylvester Stallone. Now in this film, Sylvester Stallone plays Hawk. He's a bit of an ironically heroic deadbeat trucker who has made the mistake of abandoning his family 10 years prior, realizes that it is absolutely critical and he can stop at nothing to win them back. Now, I don't want to say that Jack is like Hawk in the 1987 cult classic Over the Top. I don't want to say that at all. In fact, he's nothing like him. For example, Sylvester Stallone, aka Hawk, is really good at arm wrestling, which Jack is weak. Physically. Just weak. Sylvester Stallone can barely utter a coherent sentence, whereas Jack is clever and eloquent, funny. And, of course, this isn't just about Jack. I'm relating this to not my brother, but to your relationship, the relationship between Jack and Linda. And that's hard to do, in particular, because the 1987 cult classic Over the Top has literally no female characters at all. So what I'm trying to say here is that it's not about Sylvester Stallone, aka Hawk. What I'm trying to say is, what we can learn from this is that this is a film about devotion. And I'll shift gears a little bit here. Jack has always been a person that I've known to be supernaturally almost devoted to doing the right thing instead of the easy thing. He's a good person. And when I first met Linda, in the context of Jack and Linda's relationship, you know, I didn't know Linda. And when you first meet somebody else, you can't just be devoted to them right away. But as Jack and Linda became devoted to one another, I realized that just like Jack, Linda will always do the right thing instead of the easy thing. And so, it's so important that we can now be devoted to each other as families, as you can be devoted to each other in your relationship, and we can grow together on this basic devotion. And so, I feel like I should say a little bit more about Hawk. So, Hawk is determined to get his family back, and what he decides to do is he goes on the road with his estranged son, and he makes it to Vegas to enter into an arm wrestling competition. And he's sure that in winning the competition, he can win back his father-in-law's approval, and he can make it to the moment after about tens of minutes of cringe-worthy grimacing of muscle-bound men, where his arm reaches over the top and he plunges his opponent's hand down into the table. And so this moment in Jack and Linda's relationship, their marriage, represents the moment that the relationship goes over the top. Cheers.